Listen, bro, I try to give you multiple chances to put me up your life so we can talk about it. But you didn't want to, and now you're gonna pay the price for it, bro. We could have talked about it. So I'm just gonna humble you, bro. All right, I'm just gonna humble you because you think I don't know what you were thinking. Maybe you were scared of me. Maybe you were scared of me, or maybe you just didn't see me. But I don't really care about that. I'm just here to humble your ass. So yeah, let's
Look, suicide is selfish. Don't just take yourself out. You
right. So first of all, what makes suicide selfish in the first place? You don't know what that means. Can you prove that with absolute certainty? You probably can't, right?
should be taking everyone out.
Why should you take everyone out? Like that somehow makes um you not selfish. I mean, there could be other alternatives to it, like sparing everybody. I think that's a more non-selfish way of doing things, but that's just an assumption for me, and I have no problem admitting that. All right, I'm not certain of anything. Are you certain of anything?
Join the pro-extinction movement. Help us actively cause total extinction so that nobody has to suffer ever again. Nobody has to live a life of depression and wanting to do suicide ever again. Total extinction is the only fair, the only ethical right thing to do. We do have to wipe out all life, animals and humans included, and prevent life coming back so that nobody has to suffer.
See, you keep assuming stuff. Why do you keep assuming stuff, bro? You're thinking that here's the anti-meminist argument, right? He thinks that all types of suffering will stop when you kill people or when you kill everybody or everyone or everything. All right, but that's a logical inference. You don't know what it is. Religious people, they believe in hell, right? They believe in life after death. Who can say that you're right and they're right? Who can say that? Why do you think that offing everyone off will end suffering or depression and all this bull? That's a logical inference, bro, unless you can prove it. Do you have proof for it? Were you able to verify it? Were you able to verify it with your own mind? Or did God talk to you in your dreams? Or did someone talk to you? Maybe you were hallucinating, bro. Maybe that's why you're just saying this stuff.
Nobody wants to do suicide. Nobody needs suicide ever again. The ultimate harm is to force life into a life of pure hell that it never asked for and then have it begging for death, wishing it hadn't been born. We need a zero tolerance policy on that.
So another assumption from you is you think that everybody's suffering. You think life is suffering, right? You think being put in this world is suffering. But what is suffering? You never stated that. You never try to justify it at the foundation. You're just saying. You're just saying. You never try to justify it. Justify from the foundation, bro. Why do you think that suicide is suffering? Do you know that that's the truth? Provide truth for me, bruh. Provide the proof for me. I don't give a about your ideology, alright? I don't give a about that. I want you to provide how it stands up in the first place. But but you're just assuming It's assuming bruh. Can you prove it with absolute certainty? Did you know that probability doesn't equal truth in science? Because you don't believe in religion, right? So you must believe in the problem of induction, or you must believe in logical frameworks. So go ahead and try to prove them as the truth, or your takes as the truth. Is it really the only way to help those who are suffering? Or is that another assumption from you? Could you justify from the foundation? Could you justify from the foundation, bro? Please do tell me. And if you find a proof for it, DM me, all right? Or I will keep, I'm not gonna do it to you, all right?
a zero tolerance policy on forcing innocents into a life of pure hell where they have to kill themselves. That should be obvious. A zero tolerance policy on that. That's the ultimate harm. Nobody deserves to go through that. No one, ever. So help us fight for total safety from this. A sterile universe, a world with no life, no possibility of life ever again. That's what we're working towards at the Pro-Extinction movement. This is the only way to help those who are suffering. It's the only way to protect them from life making them suffer, right? You cannot provide certainty of safety for every last life form without total extinction.
And you know what's crazy? You can't provide total certainty for what you're saying right now. Didn't you know that you're just assuming? Well, if you weren't assuming, just give me proof. Give me an absolute proof of what you're saying is true. Because why the should we believe you? If we're just guessing, if we're just taking logical leaps, why should we believe you, bro? Why should anybody believe you? Why should you believe yourself? You're just taking logical leaps, right? But you're so certain of something that you think you proved it from the foundation, but you're just assuming the rest of the unknown. You don't know that. You don't know what is going on after death. Maybe there's ghost killers after that, and will just chase you around and will kill you over and over again. You don't know what the life after death is? Could you prove it to me? Could you prove it to everybody with absolute certainty?
You can't, cure every last disease. Make sure that every parent is a good parent. No one has an accident ever again. It's not going to happen. But we can do total extinction.
Why should we do this? Why should we do this, bruh? Because you're just making an assumption. What if your assumption is wrong? What if your logical leap is wrong? Yo, stay epistemically humble, bruh. I'm not playing with you.
Humanity has already made several species of animals go extinct without even trying. So yeah, we can absolutely do this, and we absolutely have to do this to end all suffering and make sure it never comes back. Total extinction and total prevention of life ever coming back. Join us today at the Pro-Extinction movement, proextinction.com, or go on the link on my TikTok profile. All suffering and...
So, this whole video, he depended on two entities that everybody's suffering on Earth, but he fails to justify that. He doesn't provide proof of that. He doesn't define what suffering is in an absolute sense. Because why should we believe you if your assumption could be wrong, right? And then two, he thinks that suffering will end after that. But do you know what's going on after that? You don't know if science is absolutely certain. What if there's actually a God? What if there's actually heaven and hell? Don't you know that? Have you never considered that? You think science is you think science is infallible, huh? You're a scientist in bed. But yeah, all I wanna ask you is proof that what you're saying is absolutely certain. That's all it is. Otherwise, stay humble, bitch.